Karen Glasser here, and welcome to Minding Your Mental Health. I'm here with my co host and son, Rob Glasser. How are you, Rob?
Doing okay. How about you?
I am doing great, thanks. We talk about the topics that shape mental health today. We teach the importance of inclusion and we share why we should be kind. So, whether you're here live or on replay, we love you. Make sure you let us know where you're tuning in from. So, today we are going back to a topic that we love, and that is mindfulness. And we are going to be talking about 10 mindful activities to find calm. So, Rob, what did you find out there?
All right. So, thanks to blog.homedics.com, they wrote down 10 easy exercises to perform at home. However, most of these you can do out as well if you need a quick pick me up, too. First off, they say practicing mindfulness is a great way to take some time to focus on yourself, pay attention to your feelings, and identify the things that cause you stress. So, a mindfulness exercise is basically something to keep you, for all intents and purposes here, calm and stress-free. Many mindfulness activities they continue exist to help you become more comfortable with the practice and hold on to a mindful attitude throughout your day. So, number one of their exercises is simply being present. And it all goes back to our importance of now. The basic point of this one is to just be. Sit, stand, look, do, whatever adjective or verbs, I know grammar, whatever verbs you want to use, just be there. Most of the time they say close your eyes, but to be honest with you, sometimes I enjoy just looking out the window or looking at my dogs or looking at my wife and just kind of just sitting. But being present is something you can do for free. No need to have any accessories.
Right.
And it takes very little time to do. You can do it for as short as 5 minutes or as long as an hour or more, depending on the time of
Or what kind
day,
of time?
I guess,
Yeah.
or your schedule, I should say.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the first one. The second one here we talked about before as well, deep breathing. Taking multiple deep breaths in and out, and you're done. That's really it. Deep breathing not only helps you actually increase your ability to breathe in and out, it actually does help your lung function,
Right.
interesting enough, but it also helps you remove any, I guess, stressful negativity. I don't know if there's other kind of negativity, but any negativity that might be happening at the moment. And again, it's also the physicality of it actually makes me feel better and more calm than the mental part of it, because when I do get a big deep breath of air in my lungs and I exhale, my body just, I just
Yeah.
feel great
And I also think it's
physically.
I think the breathing also since it's physical, it's distracting. It distracts you from the stress that you're feeling in that moment because you're taking that big, huge breath. And that's why I think physical activity and breathing it works because it distracts you.
Yeah, I was just surprised to know that it actually made me feel good physically, along
Right.
with actually bringing me back to,
Right.
to the moment. All right, so far so good. Number 3, body scanning. Um,
Yeah.
excuse me. So to start your body scan, they say sit or lie on your back on a carpet,
Mhm.
mat or bed. You can also sit in a chair and relax with a good posture. Once you've found that posture, you stay still. You
Mhm.
take some deep breaths, you pay attention to your breathing, and then you start into the scan. And you're basically just feeling out what's going on. And to be honest with you, I cannot tell you the science behind it. I don't understand it. However, from a point of view of strictly just enjoying the moment, it is nice to just kind of wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, feel your neck and your head, and just kind of go through all the organs and all the parts
Right.
and just kind of let it go. And I think that's the important part. I don't think you need to necessarily know what's going on. I
Right.
think just being in the thing and enjoying your body is the important part. And that's what I do. I enjoy the body and I sit in.
And yeah, and I do that too, but I actually add another component because I was taught this years and years ago that when you're scanning your body, you pretend like that particular part of your body is wound up really, really tight and you're feeling it like a rubber band and then it releases. And so you do that with every part of your body. I think it has something to do with hypnosis. If I recall, that it's literally self hypnosis. You can do that, but it's again, it's appreciating every part of your body, and it takes you out of your head. No, no pun intended.
Yeah, I can't do that one you did. I've tried it before. It actually physically hurt too much to do.
Well,
So
there
I
you
went
go.
back to just the regular, um, metaphorically
Right,
feeling your
right,
body. All right, number four, and this is also a very simple one that we've talked about, and this is the one I do mostly. It's the seated meditation. And it's literally just that. In a seated position where you are comfortable, you sit and you enjoy, you think, you watch. You can do what you do and listen to some music. You can do what we do, maybe watch a video, or you can just sit and do absolutely nothing for 15 minutes and just look around, close your eyes, do whatever you want to. This is probably the easiest thing to do considering most of the day
right,
we're sitting. So why not turn off the TV for a minute, shut off your phone for a second, and just give yourself 5.
right.
Again, all these things, there's no time limit to do. If you only have a few, use the few. If you have a long time, go for it.
Go for it.
I'm the one that, when I do my exercise in the morning, because it's early, I do like an 8 to 10 minute exercise. So why not do the same thing for my meditation to keep
Right,
my focus? I
right,
don't want to sit there for 30 to an hour and lose focus. So I'm going to find a video or a whatever that's maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes if I'm feeling in the mood. But
right.
seated is definitely the easiest one, I think, because you're doing it. Now, the funny thing is, because, people say sitting too much is bad. However, this is kind of a different way of doing it. And you can also move to a different area. So let's say you have like a beanbag like we do, or
Right,
a squishy chair,
right.
something that you can sink into. So I would advise, if you want to do something of one of these, try the seated. It's probably the easiest, and you can do the be present while you're seated,
Right.
you know?
Right. And again, some teachers will have you sit cross-legged. Some teachers will have you sit with your feet on the ground so that you are grounded. I tend to sit cross-legged. It just
It's
what I
actually
do.
funny you just said that, because I'm reading through it. It's talking about from Hindu and Buddhist traditions,
Right.
you do the lotus position, which is the cross legged thing. So it's actually funny that you just brought that up.
Right, and so that's all I knew. I thought that's how I'm supposed to do it, and so that's how I did it. And now I can't even do it the other way. When I try to like put my feet on the ground, I get very uncomfortable because it shifts my entire body.
And what they said here is, they said you don't have to do it that way. You can just do it whatever way you feel like doing it.
Right,
So in your
right,
case, that is your way. Other people
yeah,
might do. I do my feet on the floor. I do the cross leg. It depends on how I'm feeling that day. I just kind of, mix it up.
right,
Oh, there you go. So Chris, yeah, there you go. So she and I do the cross-legged together. It is fairly more comfy, and especially when you're not, you're just in your socks and you're just sitting there. Maybe you're still in your pajamas. You're kind of in comfy clothes. It's a lot.
Do you guys have a special place you do this? Like I do this on my living room couch. The
Not
only
right now. However, yeah, we did have a room we went to, but really anywhere that we have the TV that we can do, because you can
right,
obviously download the app on
right,
any TV. As long as we have a couch or a chair, we can do it pretty much anywhere
right,
we feel like doing it. But we'll probably go back to finding a room. It
right,
just once we do that. Now,
right.
number 5, actually, my therapist brought up to me once before, the walking meditation. And I
Okay.
think you've kind of done that before. You brought that up. And really, what you're doing now, be careful. You don't want to close your eyes when you're doing this. That's not a
Right,
good idea. But what you're doing here is you're really enjoying the outdoors, or if you're doing it inside, you're enjoying the vicinity. So they recommend 3 things to do while doing so. Pay attention to your breathing. Don't focus on it. Don't change it. Just notice. Number 2, try to walk with a rhythm. I tend to stride, so I have like 50 steps for one normal person in my one stride. However, when I do focus on trying to walk normally, I will try to get myself in a regular walking rhythm. And that's also more so, if I'm playing a game, if I'm actually looking for something, I do try to make myself slow down to actually see what I can see.
right,
Number 3, pay attention to your surroundings, especially crossing your streets, walking outdoors. You don't want to walk somewhere you're not supposed to. But really, walking meditation is, I think it's a misnomer. I think it's more of a take a walk. I think it's more of an exercise in scenery. but you're enjoying the scenery while you're going. To me, I don't like the meditation next to it. It sounds weird, but I get what the
Yeah, and
terminology means in this
I
moment.
totally do that. I do a walking. I do it with my dog. I mean, that when I walk my Christopher, my little doggy, I am doing a walking meditation, and I find myself, because have you ever noticed dogs are very inquisitive? They smell everything. They want to look at everything, right? And I find myself now wanting to get curious with him to see what is it that
Just
he's
don't
looking.
sniff things, please. I
No,
hear
I'm
you.
not going to sit, but you get
Okay,
the idea. I'm literally, so
right,
I am appreciating the outdoors and seeing things that I probably wouldn't see or even look at if I didn't have the dog. So
right.
I look at the trees, I look at the sun, I feel it. A walk, I feel it if it's cold, if it's hot. So a walking meditation might just do the trick for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you enjoy walking generally,
Hmm.
it's super fun. And
Right,
honestly, what I like the outdoors. So when I can go when I hike again somewhere, that's what I would do. I would watch the scenery, watch the
right.
birds, watch the mountains. If I'm lucky enough to be out there early enough to see, like the other day, I woke up so early, I got to see the sun coming up from the window.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
you look at the things that you can see that you might not see regularly, and
And
you
the
enjoy it.
gratitude.
Number six here goes to you because I know you. Well, no, I'm sorry, it goes to me. You don't like these ones as much, but it's the guided. Guided is usually the voice that says, all right, right now, take 2 deep breaths. Right now, close your eyes. Right now, open your eyes, and it's great. Though honestly, and I'm taking a page from you, I know. Once in a while, I do enjoy the waterfall scenes. I do enjoy the island scenes where all it is just the nature. I don't know why. I just sometimes there's countdown timers. I don't know if you've ever seen those before, but it's basically they're used for classrooms, but you can watch them on YouTube, and it's a 5, 10, or more minute, and all it is a really nice scenery for
Right.
5 minutes, and I love that. But for a while, I was doing guided, and I go back. There's Goodful. I like them. There's what? Oh, we brought up one the other day. I think
I
it
use
was
calm. I use calm for that. I use
Calm. There's the Insight Timer, all that stuff.
right,
So
headspace.
it's good. It is one for those who are used to doing it more so. Otherwise, go into it later. It might not be the off the bat for personally.
Right.
Do it after you've done something else and then see if you like it. If you hate hearing somebody's voice, then
And
just stick
yeah,
to the ones where it's
yeah.
visual or music or.
That's the thing. I think that for beginners, guided meditation actually helps because you don't know what you're doing and somebody helps you.
Oh, okay. All
At a
right.
certain point, though, at a certain point, if the guy or the gal is talking too much and is taking you out of that meditative piece, then you start doing what I do, and then you start listening to music. And since I've learned the skills from the teachers because they're amazing, I know what I have to do to meditate. So I think guided is a great way to start. If you're tuning in right now, let us know what you think about any of these different ways to be mindful.
All right, number 7, your morning wake up or your morning wake up call. Morning meditation can be refreshing way to start each day they begin by paying close attention to how your body feels after you wake up. You can take better stock of your status before diving into your responsibilities. I'm going to tweak this a little bit because number 8 actually goes into what we do in the morning. But morning wake up, I would say, is take a few minutes to kind of conform to what you're doing and figure out what you want to do. We do, we exercise, we do our meditation, stuff like that. But even before you get out, maybe while you're brushing your teeth, maybe while you're getting dressed, whatever it is, just kind of take stock of what it is you're going to do, what you got to do, what you don't have to do, all that stuff. And that's your morning wake up call. That's your, okay, what am I doing? How am I feeling? What do I want to do? What do I want to relax on? What do I
Right.
want to do more on? And that's your wake up. Think of it as the hotel wake up. It's like they call you in the morning and go, "Hey, this is your wake up call."
Right.
That's when you begin the day. So think of it as the guy or girl on the phone who you know calls you and says, "Hey, it's time to wake up. It's 7 a.m." So
Right.
that's that one. But I want to move into 8 because 8 is something that I feel fully is a big thing. Um,
I like the
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, okay. I can see that too as well. So number 8 here, mindful exercise and workout. So I always, always, always look for the physical over the mental to make sure that my body is well. Because if your body is not well, the rest of you can't be. So obviously you want your heart, your lungs, your body, your brain, your head, everything to be good. So mindful exercising is just like regular exercising, right? But 99% of people will tell you If they're a runner, if they're a biker, if they do cardio, if they do weightlifting, all of that is mindful. Why? Because they're focusing on the task at hand. So a lot of runners will tell you, and I've actually seen this on YouTube, that they run for the betterment of themselves for no other reason. They don't necessarily run much for the physical anymore. I mean, that's obviously the bonus because you're keeping your
Right.
good, but they run because it just makes them feel good. Oh, sorry, I heard a scream. Um, so, um, mindful exercise, whether it's at home, whether it's out, whatever, is very important. And you know me, I'm big on it. Like I do it every morning, I do it in the
Right.
afternoon. Exercise needs to be part of your routine.
Right.
Why not make it more enjoyable by actually doing something fun? Hey, for those who might be runners, for those who might be weightlifters, if anybody watched the Olympics, people who were doing gym, that they've been doing that for so long, it becomes a part of them that it's not really a job anymore. It's actually
Part of who they
it's
are.
something fun. So I would recommend just getting the blood flowing, do all that. Number 9 is mindful yoga, which kind of seems like a redundancy here. However, I guess, if you do it right, you are being mindful as well. I would just say do some yoga because yoga keeps you in the present. Um, I'm not too much to say on this one because, like I've told you, I don't really do it because I don't find a need for. I know we both have mats. I think we've used them all of like 3 times, but it's a popular activity to do. So
Right.
if you are not somebody who wants to get physical or sweaty, do yoga. It's good for the body, but it's also good for the mind. Last one they have here, this goes right to you, is the journaling. And I talked about this morning on my session actually, how for me, my type of journaling is what we're doing here. It's the
I should
verbal.
have that better.
The, Me teaching somebody, me sharing something allows me to journal my thoughts out. So for me, I don't want to write down. I don't like writing down because I write something down, I put it away, it goes to die in a pile, and then I see it 5 years
Right.
later and go, what was this? So for me, my kind of journaling is this. It's telling you guys things that I know. And the more I research, the more I learn, I actually know more than I realize I knew. So
Right.
it's kind of a fun, thing. But for someone like you who does journal, it's a great way to put your stuff down. So whether it's a physical journal, and we're going to show some in a minute, or just a piece of paper or a notepad, writing things down is a good
Right.
way to, let it go.
Let it
So
go.
what do you
Right.
think?
Oh no, I love journaling. I have more journals than I should, but I love journaling. And sometimes I journal my thoughts. Sometimes I journal a list of things that I have to do today. Sometimes I journal my feelings. So I use my journal for many different things. And I also do something kind of cool. I do an index. So when you were saying, I was laughing when you said you put it in the corner somewhere and you forget what you wrote and what is that. I literally have index pages in my journal. So if I do something and I write something that literally go, oh my gosh, I have to remember this, I'll write down the page number and what it was in the front of the book so that I can quickly go back to it. It was a skill. Somebody taught me this and it actually really works. It's a great way to catalog all of your thoughts. Hey guys, what do you guys think? How do you do mindful activities? Do you journal? Do you do mindful? Do you walking? What do you do? What are the things that you do?
Yeah, I would say my favorites would definitely be the physical exercise, the walking, and the nature. Anything that involves looking at pretty plants or animals. I mean, hey, going to the zoo is probably the coolest thing for me because not only do I get to be surrounded by creatures of all sizes, but you get to kind of like you get to pretend you're in the middle of an African safari or an
Right,
Australian
right,
desert. So
right,
I love the zoo for that. I know a lot in California, you got the beaches. A lot of people like that and they like the scenery. Not so much for me. I don't like sand in my shoes and all over, but that's just me.
right.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping people will get some good ideas off of these. And I guess let us know. Comment afterwards. Let us know. Nature is her zen. There you go.
So we're going to show you these journals that we created, and you can go pick up a copy of your own. Actually, I think I'm going to put myself on solo for a second.
Okay.
How do I do that? So, as you see, we have three different choices: find your passion, love yourself, and the importance of now. I have the importance of now, and I've already started putting things in here because I like to live in the now. We got a comment. Let me see what we got here. Nature. Oh, I love that, Krista. Nature is my zen. I love that. That's really cool. Let me get out of this one. All right. So we really, I mean, these are kind of cool. Rob, I know you have, Krista has one, I have one here, but literally it's a dotted journal. And what that
Hmm.
means is that the pages have, I don't know if you can see this, but it has little dots on it.
It's really hard to see on the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the reason why I like it is that I could sketch on it if I want to make a picture and the lines don't get in the way. I can write and use the dots as a guide so that my lines are straight. I can create, all sorts of trackers because again, it's a grid. So that's the kind I like. But there are all sorts of journals out there. You can get a journal that just has lines in it. You can get a journal that just has plain paper in it. So go check it out at let's go put this up here. Go check it out at altereduniverse.live/shop. And but wait, there's more. We also have a free ebook. And this is all about finding your passion. Because we always hear, I don't know what my passion is. I don't know how I'm supposed to find it if I don't know what it is. So, this is a great book. It's absolutely complimentary. It is no cost. Go over there, pick it up, mindingyourmentalhealth.com. Any last thoughts, Rob?
Nope, I think I shared my piece.
Why, you did. And Rob, welcome to your new office and your new studio. Very exciting. Very exciting. Oh, I got another comment. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, hey, Kat. Hey, Kat. I was just on her webinar, and we moved over here. We were talking about mindfulness, so thanks for jumping in here. As we like to say every single week, go out, give somebody an awesome day, because we're going to see you next time on the next Minding Your Mental Health. But we're also going to be back on Thursday for Altered Universe Live, and we're doing another 10 things. I can't
Oh, we
remember.
got some handmade items to make your home your
Yeah.
home.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you join us there and make sure you make comments there, and we'll come back and respond to you. Have a great day, everyone.